I was born in Galveston, Texas, and I grew up in Houston. I've lived in Houston all of my life. I grew up in the Hobby Airport area. What inspired me to apply at U of H Clear Lake was that at the time when I first started looking at colleges, it was a junior and senior campus only. And at that time, I was a young mom. I had a very young child, and I just felt like U of H Clear Lake offered me the flexibility and the opportunity to be able to come to campus and have the support that I needed, but also to be around a peer group that was kind of at the same life stage I was at that time. When I first came to U of H Clear Lake, I kind of jumped around majors. So I tried out the nursing program, and then I switched to psychology, and then I eventually landed in social work. And at the time, there was a professor named, we called him Arch, and he was so inspirational to me in my intro to social work class. He really kind of made us look at the world and social work in a different way, and kind of inspired me to think about, why I believed some of the things that I believed. And so I feel like as soon as I took that class, it kind of opened my eyes to the world of social work. When I started my career at the Myers Center for Developmental Pediatrics and Autism, I was actually an undergraduate intern. So I interviewed for my internship with Dr. Heather Kannenberg, who is still on campus today. And I told her, I do not want to be in the healthcare field. Do not place me anywhere in a hospital. I had worked in hospitals when I was going to school, and I just knew that that's not where I wanted to be. Well, of course, as it usually happens, that's exactly where she placed me at. And then I ended up really loving what I was doing there. I got my hands in all types of different things. So when I graduated and finished my internship, I left to Houston ISD for a little while, and then they called me back when a position opened, and I've been there ever since. I ultimately chose the social work field because whenever I started straight out of San Jacinto College, I had my associate's degree in criminal justice. And so when I got my associate's degree in criminal justice, I went to work in the prison system. I actually worked as a correctional officer for a little while in Huntsville, Texas. I was able to kind of offer support, but in a different way and not exactly the way that I wanted to offer it in. When I came to U of H Clear Lake and I heard about social work, it was giving me the connection that I wanted between like the person and then also their environment. I think U of H Clear Lake really prepared me to work with a very diverse population of people. When I was coming here, I felt like the campus was so diverse. I was not surrounded by just freshmen, students straight out of college. My class was really pretty diverse. I had very young people in my class. I had much older people in my class. I had people that were kind of at the same life stage as me who had kids and were just kind of getting back into college. And I think it really prepared me, not only for that element of diversity, but also it was very culturally diverse, which I think is something that's really unique to the U of H Clear Lake campus and that I really loved about my time here. I'm involved with a lot of organizations in the community. I work with children with developmental disabilities, and so there's not a lot of knowledge kind of citywide regarding that population of kids in terms of working with kids and including them. Inclusion is a really big thing right now, and so I do a lot of education along with my colleagues to really bridge that gap of knowledge in the community. So we've worked with Baker Ripley, we've worked with the Juvenile Justice Department at Harris County, we've worked with the Children's Assessment Center. So a lot of your nonprofits in the community that we've worked with, and we offer our services for free. I am so honored to be this year's recipient of this award. I am shocked, but I'm very thankful and grateful. And, I have worked very hard to get to this point, but it's also not without all of the support that I've had. I have had a great mentor, Dinah Godwin, who was actually my undergrad social work field instructor. She has kind of mentored me through my whole social work career. Dr. Kannenberg was really able to identify, where I would fit and where my strengths fell. And then my clinic chief, Dr. Ostermeyer, she has really provided me a level of support for social work that I think is pretty unique in terms of the social work profession, in terms of autonomy and creativity, in terms of program development and things like that. And so I'm very honored to be this award recipient, but it doesn't come without, me needing to thank really all of the people that helped me get here, in addition to my family who really made a lot of sacrifices things so that a young mother could go to school and finish her degree and continue my education and be able to be involved in a lot of the things that take up a lot of my time to be involved in.